All right, let's talk about ad objectives and let's demystify things for a little bit because this can really trip people up. And this is really, I guess, one of the number one mistakes most business owners do is they choose the wrong objective. And it's really not that difficult. The problem is there's so much information out there and there's so much BS coming from all the gurus. But I can tell you that it's important that we choose the right objective, but it's not as important as you may think. Let me explain. So inside Ads Manager, I'm going to click here to create a new ad. And the first thing that Facebook is going to ask us when we create an ad is, what is our goal? What is our objective? The mistake most businesses make and a lot of marketers make is number one, they go buy a course from the guru. The guru tells them that if you want to run ads for your business, you should always use sales because you're selling things. So it makes sense to use sales as the objective, right? Which on the 30,000 foot view level makes a lot of sense. But for a local business and for if you're running ads the right way, we need to establish to establish an audience. We need to introduce ourselves to the market, and we need to nourish that relationship before we go in for the sale. And for a local business, generally speaking, we might be talking about a service-based business, roofing, painting, siding, auto repair, auto dealer, real estate, right? Generally speaking, we're not going to have a catalog. Well, an auto dealer might, but we're not, generally speaking, for most local businesses, we're not actually selling anything off of Facebook, right? So it's like if we have a roofing company, we're not actually selling a roof on Facebook. We're selling our service, but you know, it can be one of those things where you only want to use the sales objective when you have actual products that you're sending people to that they can actually press a button, buy it, and have it delivered to their house, right? So this is mainly for e-commerce stores, people that actually have products. You know, I guess if you are one of the businesses, maybe you sell crafts or something like that, and you have an actual catalog on Facebook, then it might make sense to run a sales campaign. But what I can tell you is that most of the time you shouldn't, unless you go through and you follow all the stuff that I'm going to show you in this free content. Because it's really, in order to win on social media, you need to, the mistake a lot of businesses make is they try to sell all the time without doing anything else, right? And on social media, that's the wrong way to go about doing things. Unless, of course, you're an e-com store or something like that, where you have a product that you're selling online and you have a big audience, you're selling to the United States. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about a local business, a local service-based business. For the most part, what you want to do is you want to introduce yourself to the market first. You want to let people know that you even exist, why you do what you do. You want to offer them value without asking for anything in return. You want to build a list of people. You want to build an audience, and then you want to just keep showing them content over and over so that they know you, they start to like you, and they start to trust you. And then when that happens, when they need your product or service, they will call you first because they've seen all the content and they enjoy your content, and you've given them something. You've provided value to their life, and then you're just not selling all the time. So that's a big mistake that most businesses make, especially in the local business market. And this is what all this content is for. If you own an e-commerce store, I'm not making this content for you. I'm making this content for local businesses, service-based businesses that have a business locally where actual people from your community can come into your storefront, or you have a service that you're providing to people in your local vicinity, your community or service area, right? Facebook ads work 100% of the time for 100% of the businesses and 100% of the industries, right? And what do I mean by that? You can, however you set your ad up, the objectives that you're using, the targeting that you're using, the content that you're using. If you tell Facebook to do something, it's going to do it 100% of the time, right? It's not Facebook's fault if you set up your objective wrong and you want video views and you went after sales, but you don't have a store to sell things from. You don't have a pixel set up. You don't have all the tracking, all the stuff that's, where you're not sending people to a website where they're buying things, but you've chosen the sale objective. It's not going to work. But it's not Facebook's fault, right? Let's talk about objectives. So again, when you set up an ad, the first thing that's going to ask you is what objective, what goal do you want? There's awareness, awareness, there's traffic, there's engagement, there's leads, there's app promotion, and then there's sales, right? They're all pretty self-explanatory. So if you hover over each one of these, if you choose the awareness objective, basically you're telling Facebook, and it's telling you awareness is to show your ads to people who are most likely to remember them, right? So Facebook puts people in buckets. It pays attention to their users, their user experience, what their behaviors are on the network, right? So if you choose awareness, it's going to show your ads to people that are most likely to remember them. It's good for reach. So if you're looking for reach, if you're looking for brand awareness, if you have a video, you want people to watch it, or you're looking to tell people that you have a store and where it is, right? If you're looking for reach, brand awareness, video views, or store location awareness, awareness is a great objective for you to choose. If we have a video, we're going to do a lot of video ads. In this free content, I'm showing you how to create video ads. We're looking for awareness. Awareness is a great objective for us to use, right? Traffic. What do you use traffic for? You want to send people to a destination like your website, app, Instagram profile, or Facebook event, right? It's good for link clicks, landing page views, Messenger, Instagram, and WhatsApp. It's great for calls. It's great for Instagram profile views. Anytime you want to send people somewhere, right? We're not going to use it very much. We might use it down the road for some of the more advanced type of ads when we have offers, when we have a ton of brand awareness. We have an audience that we've been marketing to for a long time. We have a bunch of people that we feel should be hot audience. They should be ready to buy from us, right? Maybe we're doing a special. Maybe have this crazy offer that we want to offer people, right? That's when we might use a traffic ad. But for the most part, in this free content, we're going to be staying away from traffic for now. Engagement, to get more messages, more purchases through messaging, video views, post engagement, page likes, event responses, community engagement. Anytime we want people to actually do something with our post, right? It's good for video views. It's good for post engagement. So generally speaking, I might choose engagement for a lot of the awareness stuff. Engagement and awareness, it's a very similar audience. Awareness is really kind of just people that are generally used to watching video content. They're used to, when they see something, and when they're made aware of something, they generally remember it. You might see polling every once in a while. You might sign into your Facebook account, and you might see a poll. Hey, could you answer a few questions about some ads that you saw? A lot of times they'll run this, hey, do you remember seeing any of these ads? And they kind of poll people, right? So these are the people that have taken that poll. They know that generally speaking, if we show them something, they remember seeing it, right? So the engagement is just, these are people that are, are generally used to, if they see a video view, they might ask a question. They might send a message inside Messenger. They might like a post. They might engage with the post, right? So, generally speaking, these are very similar, but you'll notice that the people are, the bucket of people are a little bit different. So, in the basic level, when we're running our first set of ads, generally speaking, we might just choose awareness because we're not expecting much. We just want to show as many people as possible. We want them to remember us. We want to pay attention to who watches that content so that we can show them more and more content. That second round of content, the remarketing content that we're if we have a custom audience and we've created an audience for ourselves and we're running a certain type of content to them, then we might ask them for something. We might want them to engage, but maybe we're asking a question. We want them to answer that question. It depends on the type of content that we're using in the type of post. But for the most part, if we're just showing a video, we're just trying to get authority. We're trying to introduce ourselves to the market. Awareness is probably where we want to stay. And then, as we start to get people down our funnel, we might start asking them for something. We might ask a question. We might, once they see our content a few times, then they're more apt to really take an action. They might like a post, they might comment on it, things like that, right? Leads. This is to collect leads for your business or brand. Leads, basically what this is it's a lead form inside Facebook. So you would see an ad, you would click on it. The leads form would come up. This is great for, again, instant forms, Messenger, conversions, phone calls. Maybe if we have a free lead magnet or a carrot that we're dangling, that's, leads would be something that's good for that. Leads is really once we start to warm up our audience. We've been running awareness ads. We've run some engagement ads. We've got some engagement. We have a good audience of people that have seen a lot of our stuff. Well, maybe then we start to run lead ads to those people. Hey, free roof inspection, free this, free this. Running a leads campaign to a cold audience who knows nothing about you is probably a bad idea. And that's another mistake a lot of people make. So we need to be aware that we need to make certain type of content to introduce ourselves to the market, use that awareness campaign to show as many people as possible, and just keep showing them content, keep showing them value. And then as they start to like, know, and trust us, that we can move them down. And that's when we might add in a leads ad or something like that. App promotion, self-explanatory. If we had an app that we were selling and we wanted to promote the app and get installs, we would use an app promotion. And then we've talked about it, sales. Generally speaking, for a local business, almost never, I would say 95% of the time, almost never would I ever run a sales campaign. Unless, of course, like I said, if you're an arts and crafts type of business, local business where you're making necklaces or that you have an actual catalog of things on Facebook where they can actually go to your Facebook page or go to your website, click on a button and get something, buy something and get something shipped to them. Other than that, roofing companies, painters, carpenters, service-based businesses, almost never are we ever going to be running a sales campaign. So, generally speaking, for local business, we're a lot in awareness, a lot in engagement. Sometimes with leads, once we warm up our audience, we have a warm audience, we'll go for leads. Sometimes traffic, but almost never app promotion, never sales for a local business. When we start going through ad walkthroughs, I'm going to show you exactly what objective I'm using, what objective you should be using for the type of content that we're using and where we are in our funnel. But I just want to kind of give you an overview. The biggest mistake a lot of businesses make because they're getting the wrong information from the gurus that really, I think, for the most part, have never run ads for a local business. Generally, the gurus are telling you like nationwide e-commerce type of ads. But generally speaking, for a local business, never running a sales campaign, and almost every guru will tell you if you're trying to make sales, run a sales campaign, which on the grand scheme of things makes a lot of sense, but it's just not right. It's wrong information. All right, so I'll see you in the next one.